Damn, I feel like I should be playing some music in the background or something. There's crickets out here, and not even the crickets are chirping. It is dead silent out here, and that is unusual. Like, even the frogs would be chirping. The crickets, something. It's not that cold. I've got this thing on. It's just a light skin. It's not cold out. Uh, the sheriff's department just went creaking by uh, about 10 minutes ago. Forward lamps on, looking for something that dogs were barking at, as far as I can tell, because the dogs started barking way over there and then worked their way. I heard them all the way, working their way down the highway, down there, and then a sheriff's department uh, vehicle went by with his light bar on, possibly investigating what was causing all the dogs to go off. And I called the sheriff's department, and they were very rude, very very rude. Uh, I asked what the call was. Um, they gave no answer. Said I was harassing them. Hung up on me. I called back to get the operator's number or name, and I got 203. So the number down there that you should not call is 936 653 uh 4367 4367. Yeah. And do not call that number and let them know how rude they were. I was just asking them if they had a call out here. And it seems from the way the dogs went off, from one direction to another, that there was something tracking through there, and they came out to investigate as all the dogs were going crazy. It just so happened I was also throat singing to a Sasquatch, which are in the area, and possibly it was moving from one area to another. Now, all that aside, here we goes another car. Not a sheriff. Okay. So anyway, well, what I'm trying to find out what happened, Blue Flyer. Uh, except for those two cars that just went by, it's been dead out here for about 2 hours. Okay. And there was a commotion going by. Uh, Dogs going from that area south of my house, tracking west, uh, started going off in queue, heading west, barking after something heading west. And it seemed to turn north and start possibly following the creek that's just about a mile west of here. And dogs bark. You can hear them for miles. All right. And so, as it started getting close to the road where it would cross the creek would cross the road, um, a sheriff's car came out here with his light bars on. Not red and blues, but whites, and illuminating the road, like trying to illuminate and find out what's going on. And he went cruising down the road like that. That's not normal. That's not normal at all. I tried to call the sheriff's department and find out why he was out here doing that. They were very evasive. All right. So that sheriff deputy has not been back down this part of the road. He may have gone back around a different part of the road. I suspect that he may have been following something that he couldn't track on the road. Possibly following my Sasquatch buddy. Yeah, I like how the light's flickering on my phone. Are y'all seeing that? So anyhow, um, I did a video about a month ago where I interviewed some Sasquatch investigators, and that video got taken down off of YouTube. I don't know why exactly. There's no recourse. It just disappeared. I can't ask why, and it's just gone. So I'm making this video saying, hopefully, you guys from Austin that I ran into down here in the Sam Houston National Forest, down here in San Jacinto County, uh, get a hold of me on my channel. I want this video out there, and I hope it stays up. I want you guys to get a hold of me and get back with me, because both of the experiences that I shared with you, now that I have done some research into Sasquatch activity, I realize that both of the experiences that I were sharing with you were possibly Sasquatch activity. Oh, go figure. Yeah. We're having fun now. Yeah. Yeah, in San Jacinto County, we're having fun now. It's not enough that there's corrupt politicians around. We got Sasquatch running around town, you know, out here out in the woods in the national forest. So, yeah, a ball of fun. Yeah. CCC. Yeah, thank you, Don Davo. Thank you for showing up. I appreciate that. Who else we got here? So, yeah, Um, so I was having a little fun doing some throat singing, and trying to draw one of these individuals close to the house. And I thought throat singing might do it because it kind of seems like that's their thing. They throat sing, but it appears to me they have two sets of vocal cords. Okay, so that's why they are able to do like a groan and a roar at the same time. All right, so I was doing some throat singing, and noticed some dogs barking behind me, and then it started progressing and getting further away, but kind of circling around me. And I did it some more, and it started circling some more, and I heard more dogs barking. And um, then this sheriff's department vehicle drove down the road, and with this light bar on. And I don't know why that happened. And when I tried to call the sheriff's department to find it out, what happened? Why did you send a sheriff's department vehicle down here with a light bar on, and they would not answer. They were rude. They said they were going to send me to a sergeant. Sent me to voicemail, and somebody actually answered, but hung up. Yeah, that was really weird. So I called back, and the girl said I was harassing her. So I called back again because she hung up on me, being very rude. And I called back and I said, I was not harassing you. I was wanting to inquire why there was a sheriff's vehicle out here. Anyway, it didn't go anywhere. It didn't go anywhere. These people are just crazy. They're fucking crazy. These are the people that in charge of our county government are just crazy. I mean, when the sheriff leaves, they're crazy. Well, he's there. I don't know if they're crazy or not. I've never had to call while the sheriff is there. But when he's not there, they're fucking crazy. Anyhow, I wanted to make this video particularly because I do believe that the two incidences that I explained to those Sasquatch investigators are connected to Sasquatch. They are around here. There's some fucking crazy dude that when I was doing some investigating that says that Sasquatch in this area where I'm at are carnivores and they will eat you. I don't believe that at all. I don't believe that at all. That sounds like total made up bullshit. Okay, so go to hell with that, you lying sack of shit. But hey, I know that they've been around me. I've had the orbs around me. I have not had the howl or the yowl. Some people call it a yowl. I have not had that yet. Not around me. I have heard it. I have heard it. I have absolutely heard it. Just right across the street. Walking up the street, and then it like disappears like a half mile away, a quarter mile away, and goes and circles around. But uh, that yowl, I always thought it was a Black Panther. So, um, I when those Sasquatch investigators when they described to me that they commonly mimic other calls of other animals, but they do it badly. That's it took a while to sink in that that's what happened. All right, all right. So yeah, we've got Sasquatch moving around right around my house. Hang on. Thank you very much, sir. Thanks for the loud noise. Uh, yeah. So Sasquatch moves around my house frequently, but there's a cut over there, and there's geese over there. They fucking go off all night long, and Sasquatch hate noise, so they're gonna when those geese start going off, they're gonna start cutting around them and getting around them as much as they can. All right, these things are going off every fucking night. All right, So they will learn to get around them, but they're on their regular trail. Hey, I see you, Blue Flyer. Nobody's an expert on Bigfoot. Uh, Bigfoot is not for fools, just for people who do not wear a mask. Yeah, yeah. Well, you know, Bigfoot wears a mask of hair, but his face is just like mine. It's just like mine. Yeah, and yours. I don't know. If you grow a beard, Bigfoot looks just like you in the face. Don't worry, Don Devo. Hey, I don't plan on saying anything that's YouTube is going to take this down, so you can catch up on it later. But anyway, yeah, I've been trying to document uh, Bigfoot around my house, and uh, when after I ran into these investigators, I evidence I had already documented. Okay, I explained to them, and after I did, within 24 hours, YouTube took my video down, and I don't know why, but um, I don't know why they took that video down. I really don't. It really it just blows my mind that why they took that video down. But um, I'm putting this video up. Hopefully, they will comment to me. They were from Austin, and the things that I described to them, both the historical old banshee story and my own personal story with the orbs just down the street from there, um, seem to fit with Bigfoot stories. And so I'm saying, yeah, there's probably Bigfoot in the area. What do you know about a Bigfoot, Blue Flyer? About ET2? Are you talking about? Yeah. You know, I almost think I have a way out there theory that um, that a Bigfoot is just basically an ET suit or a uh, basically an Iron Man suit for an extraterrestrial. But why do they need protein so much? Why do they? What, you know, if that's the case, if they're aliens, if it's an alien in an exosuit, why do they need so much fucking protein? Oh, I keep losing you guys. But thanks for the thumbs up. Thanks for the thumbs up. Yeah. So the sheriff hasn't traveled back by. Not that I've seen. Oh, he didn't have his light bars on if he did. He just traveled incognito. But the dogs have quit barking. So apparently, whatever it was that was upsetting the dogs for like a mile and a half of dogs getting upset. They have stopped being upset. They're completely silent. Now, fortunately, the whole rest of the forest is not completely silent, or I would know I was in trouble. That's the main thing. When there's a Sasquatch around, the forest will be completely silent. And one of my videos that did get taken down right after the Sasquatch video, like 2 days later, I was down at a cut where a creek was, and the forest went completely freaking silent. And it was right after I shot my gun. Oh, one of those things that make noise. Yeah, yeah. Damn it! I forgot that the pew pew thing can get you kicked off of YouTube. Sorry about that. That may have just thrown this whole thing off. But let's just get by that. All right. So um, I I went like pew, and then the second pew, my video went dead. I swear I had 18% charge at that time. It was completely dead. It was weird. It was really weird. And I absolutely got that feeling that I should get the fuck out of there right now. I absolutely got that feeling. I'm not fucking with you. I absolutely got that feeling. I should get the fuck out of there right now. And I did. I did. I did. I gathered my dash cam that was hanging over the rearview mirror, the mirror, side view mirror. I threw it in the truck. I got in. I put my pew in the seat, started it up, threw it in gear, started heading out of there. But that was exactly the same thing that happened when I saw the two orbs like a year before. Okay, when I saw those two orbs, I didn't have any bad feeling. And they were blue in color, by the way. They were hovering over my truck, and as I started pulling out of there, they hovered over my truck. I got the feeling that I needed to GTFO, and I pushed on the gas, looked in the rear view, and those orbs were gone. Um, but I I got the fuck out of there because that's the feeling that I got was get the fuck out. They were blue. Well, Blue Flyer, if you really want to know, I don't know where you're from, but if you really want to know, these guys, they really don't want to fuck with um, people. They really don't. Because what happens when a people goes missing? More people show up to try and find them. That's why they really don't want to fuck with people. That's exactly why they don't want to fuck with people. I gotta fire this up. It's been out for what, 15 minutes. My soldering torch. Thank you. Uh, yeah. That's why. That's why Sasquatch does not disappear with little children. Sasquatch does not kill people. Uh, they often protect people from natural predators. They will intervene. Um, they do not want to be discovered. They do not want to be on camera, and they do not want to be in front of your eyes. My research has revealed that Sasquatch will frequently build a broken boughs of trees. They will build a wall in front of a trail where you're not supposed to go. And if you encounter one of these, you should turn around and go back. Okay. If you should not encounter one of these, when you go in, when you come back, if you encounter one of these, you need to stay on your trail and go, even if it wasn't there when you went in, just go right over it and get the fuck back out. Go right back where you came. Retrace your steps, however you got into wherever you got, and then you discover this. Get the fuck back out the same way you went in. Um, Another thing is if you're ever in a place where you're in remote nature and you feel like you're being watched, and then either you get the overwhelming feeling that you should get the fuck out, you should get the fuck out. And if you get the overwhelming feeling that you're paralyzed, uh, you should get the fuck out, but you should stay paralyzed because that usually means they're escaping. They paralyze you so that they can escape. And there's often brain fog associated with it so that you can't exactly recall the events. It's just brain fog. And let me check these comments. You want to change subject, Blue Flyer? What is ET? Oh, I have. If what you mean by ET, yeah, I have an ET experience as well. I'm in Texas, and some idiot posted. I don't know if he was trying to make us afraid or what. Some idiot posted on one of these places. It's a safe place to send emails about Bigfoot. Says that the Bigfoot, the Sasquatches in East Texas may be carnivores. Yeah. So I'm reassessing the situation. Blue Flyer, I am in Texas. Yeah. So I haven't gone out and done anything to antagonize these guys. I haven't gone out and done any wood knocks. I haven't done any rock knocks or anything like that. I haven't antagonized them at all. The only thing I've done is a little bit of throat singing. Yeah, I don't know if I did that when I was on live or not. Do it. I did not see your URL about Bigfoot Blue Flyer. Do I need to scroll back up or what? I can't click on it right now. So after this uploads, um, send me your URL and in the comments, and I'll check it out. I'll check it out. Would not. Okay, DJ Slice. Have you ever heard of the tall man, the hairy man, the Sasquatch doing wood knocks? I'm waiting for a response. Okay, well, a Sasquatch. Uh, okay, you've heard of the 8 foot tall ones. Okay, those can be juveniles. All right, the big ones are like 10 foot tall or more. All right, they can take a tree. They can take a tree and just bend it at a 90-degree angle. All right, just like my elbow right there. They can just take it and just it's a straight tree and they just go and bend it. But they can also take branches, boughs out of that tree and just snap them off. Okay? Or, I mean, it's not deadfall. It's not deadfall because if they knocked it on something, if they were to bang it on something, it would bang apart. They take live wood, break it off, and bang it on a tree and do that. And somewhere off in the distance, there will be another back. Okay? You never do that. Don't ever answer back if you ever hear that. If you ever hear that wood, this is metal, but if you ever hear a wood knock doing that, don't ever answer it back because they will move in your direction. And I say they because there's a commune of them. I probably sound fucking crazy to some of you that have never heard of this shit before. I've been researching it for about 2 months, and this shit is totally real. If you want to know more about it, they do communicate that way. If you want to know more about how they do that, there is a YouTube channel called Facts by How to Hunt. Now, it's a guy who runs a YouTube channel called howtohunt.com. And if you just search on YouTube how to hunt, you'll see Facts by How to Hunt. Okay, this guy's a big game hunter, has spent most of his life outdoors. I'm literally telling you, he spent most of his life outdoors. All right. And he has encountered these things. And his grandfather just ran across like a year ago story where his grandfather told him that he experienced one of these things, and he was like 45 years in the military, retired, and said, hey, son, do you really believe in these things? And he's like, yeah, I do. I've seen them. And he goes, let me tell you a story. Okay, nobody's looking. I'm going to tell you this story. Yeah, yeah, I'm telling you. The way he explained it was if the most important person in your life that you trusted that would never tell you a lie told you a story and you believed it because this person would never lie to you ever. And he believed it because he had already seen this thing. Okay, I haven't seen this thing. I have seen the orbs, but I don't know that the orbs were associated with Sasquatch. The orbs I thought I saw were associated with Civil War people who died in the Civil War uh, on a battlefield not far from here. Okay, either way, either way, orbs are associated with Sasquatch and vice versa. And these things are creeping around every forest, every wooded area where there is a fresh water supply, which where I saw the orbs, there is a creek, a spring running through there, a fresh water supply. It's not just rain runoff, it's a spring, okay, that runs through there. Uh, you know, they're around. They're around. I'm certain of it. I haven't seen the chat in a while. Let's see. Oh, why do they stay hidden? Because the they have known for a long time. They've been around since the Indians were slain, and they stay hidden because they know what white men with iron pipes do to them that blast bullets at them. And they absolutely know that their existence depends on them staying hidden from people. There's a lot more to it. You have to watch that How to Hunt YouTube channel if you want to find out more about it. I'm not going to sit here and explain it all to you because you're going to learn it from a lot more people than just me. Okay, there's thousands of people who have seen them and can tell you the stories. And the guy reads emails basically of people that send him the emails, and there's too many for them all to be liars. It's way too many. And okay, going back up about the rock knock, a lot of times the rock knock is near water, but usually when you're near water, like say you're fishing or you're hunting near water, these guys will sit up on the bluffs ahead of you and toss rocks. They'll lob rocks down in the water and scare the fish or scare you. They're basically scaring you. But usually that's the juveniles. That's only the 6 or 7 footers. Yeah. So DJ Slice, did I answer your question about why do they stay hidden? I mean, could you imagine if you were such an anomaly that people wanted to just kill you just to dissect you? I mean, wouldn't you want to stay hidden? All right. All right. Hey, I'm just late night lonely chatting. I'm bored and lonely, and so I was wired up earlier. When I got pissed off by that sheriff's dispatcher that accused me of harassing her because I wanted to know why there was an officer driving through here after all these dogs were going off in a like a damn near straight line, and then a deputy was sent out with his light bar on, and I was like, "What's going on?" And they're like, "Why are you harassing me?" Well, hey, you guys in Austin, when I interviewed you in San Jacinto County, I hope you find this video and contact me because I have a little more evidence, and it's not shit you're ever going to capture on trail cam. You know that because you watch How to Hunt. And there's another guy uh, on YouTube. I haven't checked him out yet. His name is David Palidis or Palidis, Palidis, something like that. He does Sasquatch videos as well. I have not checked it out, but apparently those are two guys who are trusted, and it's not like watching Discovery Network where there's guys like trying to track down Bigfoot and because they're fake. It's all about entertainment. And so anyway, that's the difference. That's the difference. You get truth versus entertainment. Media lies, in other words. So, and when I say truth, I fucking felt it right down there where it's just a half mile down the street where the orbs were. Okay. It's down in a little bottom, a little creek bottom. I would fire my gun down there, and one night I fired my gun. I was sighting my gun in before I cleaned it. I was just firing a few shells through it before I cleaned it up, and I saw these orbs. And I'm like, oh, aren't those friendly? Those are friendly spirits. They're blue orbs. And then after they hovered about for about 10 seconds, I had the undescribable feeling that I had to get the fuck out right now. Get your ass out of here. And I threw all my shit in the truck and got the fuck out. That is exactly the same feeling you get when you are in the presence of a Sasquatch. I didn't realize it at the time because I wasn't into investigating that. I had not researched that. I had no idea or belief of that. But once I started researching that, I went, holy fuck, there are Sasquatch down here. Now, I don't believe the motherfucker that says that the ones down here are carnivores. I mean, yes, they are carnivores, but like man eaters, uh, like like a big cat would hunt. When you get attacked by a big cat, you're just a source of food. You are just a source of food. Okay. Uh, for a bear, you may just be a threat. You may get attacked and annihilated, and you lay there and either bleed to death or survive. But um, uh, yeah, we don't have any bears around here. But apparently, we have Sasquatch. Apparently, we do, and the orbs to prove it. And the other story from what I told those guys from the book of the 50 most haunted places in America, there was a howl, a growl, a yowl, whatever you want to call it, that was so fucking horrifying that it would scare anybody out of there. Uh, that sounds exactly like a fucking growl of a Sasquatch. So that also ties back into Sasquatch. It's not a banshee. I described it as a banshee in the video that got taken down. But it sounds like more, since I did more research on it, it sounds like it was actually a Sasquatch. So we got some more people in here, man. Let's get some more comments. Y'all hit the like button. Got 9 people. How about 9 likes? Come on. I thought about going down there tonight, but after I saw that cop car drive by with his light bar on, after all those dogs and shit were going off, I'm like, nope, I'm not going down there. Because, you know, I mean, he's if he's driving down the highway with his light bar on, he just looking for shit to fuck with. So I'm not gonna just volunteer for that. That's stupid crazy. Do y'all see lots of light problems going on here? That's probably just my phone. But I'll move from this side to that side, and it goes from super bright to little bitty dark. What happened? Nobody's commenting anymore. Thank you for the likes. I appreciate that. I do appreciate that. Um, apparently, according to LieTube, the most significant thing you can do is comment. So, more comments, the better. Uh, I am in the Sam Houston National Forest in Old Waverly. You can look up Old Waverly and see that, it was an old uh, tobacco plantation, basically, lots of tobacco farms. But New Waverly is west about 8 miles, and that's where the railroad came through. And so everything kind of moved that way. And that was back in mid 1800s. Turn of the century. You know, takes a while for that shit to happen. Anyhow, you guys got any questions about the Sasquatch? I have not seen it. Greg Giddens. Hey, New Zealand. So, down there in New Zealand, you guys have the tall man as well, don't you? The tall, hairy man. You may not want to speak his name, as some cultures don't, but you know the tall, hairy man I'm speaking of. What do you call him? Or can you speak his name? Or how do you describe him? I am waiting for a response. Oh, every time I move off frame, it okay, the light changes. Okay, that's what it is. Rougarou. Well, DJ Slice, where are you from? Aha. Yeah. Well, that's what I always called him, but I understand it's slightly disrespectful amongst those who study Bigfoot. So they call him Sasquatch. The Native Americans, some of them call him Tall Man. Makes sense. Uh, but anyhow, if I can redirect you guys to watch some of the stories over at, if you search "How to Hunt" on YouTube, uh, I don't know if there's any mods in here still. Uh, Don Davo was in here a while ago. Don Davo from Down Under. Uh, if you could post the link to How to Hunt, it's actually Facts by How to Hunt on YouTube. But if you just search How to Hunt, it'll come right up. And that guy is a no bullshit, straight shooter. Uh, doesn't mince words, calls it like it is. One of the most down to earth people I've ever seen on YouTube. Is not about the likes and views, even though he says that he gets like 4 million hits a month. I don't think he's as much bragging as he is saying that's how much truth is getting out. So, yeah, definitely go head over there. Uh, when I interviewed the Bigfoot field investigators here at my local store, they referred me to him, even though that video got taken down. And I want these guys to comment on this video. Um, those guys from Austin that I interviewed since that video got taken down. Yes, I have learned a hell of a lot from watching the videos on that channel about what to watch out for. When someone moved in the house, it took off. What are you talking about? Oh, okay. There's this little side chat going on while I was not seeing the chat go on. There was a little side conversation. Sorry, I can't catch up on it. But I'm gonna try. DJ Slice, you New Orleans? Greg Giddens, are you saying you had an encounter? Hey, I'm sorry I missed your chat, Greg Giddens. Sounds like you had an experience. Yeah. Have you heard of how to hunt? I'm asking you directly right now. Have you heard of how to hunt? I'd really love to hear your story. Just, I mean, it'd be great if you could tell it. I don't have that capability right now, but a little more detail would be greatly appreciated. I have a similar not sleep much that night story, but it wasn't Bigfoot. It's a little more out there. Has to do with two Siamese cats that weren't Siamese cats. I'm hearing you. Yeah. So you're in your room and you thought somebody was jumping on your bed. It wasn't your sister. She rolled in between the bed and the wall. It must have been quite a ruckus if it woke your father. Holy shit! A bang at the window. How old were you when that happened, Greg? So you thought it was your sister, but she was still sleeping, and you were 9. Okay. We'll get this story out. It'll help you. I'll share one with you. I got you. What did it look like? Again, what did it look like? They love trees, don't they? Okay. Yeah, it's cool. You didn't see it. They love fucking trees, man. Whatever it was. They loved cover. Where is this farm located? Approximately, if you don't want to tell the exact location. I think you might have said earlier. Yeah, I still get out and do some audits here and there. Um, in New Zealand. Okay, awesome. Keep going. Hawke's Bay. Okay. Uh, yeah, DJ. I'm still doing some audits. Uh, but some of them are not worthy of content, so they don't get published. Go ahead, Greg. I want to hear the end of your story. I promise you, I'll tell you mine if you finish yours. You don't have to type a whole paragraph at a time, but a good 2, 3 sentences would be nice at a time. Okay, so he's trapping furs and stuff. Okay. The traps and the animals would disappear, okay? How did you know? Shit, I gotta charge. I gotta charge my phone. Oh, DJ, you don't want to stay out for the rest of the story? Whoa. Damn it. My phone fell off its mount. Well, As we speak, somebody's chickens are getting raided about a eighth mile, quarter mile from here, and there's no dogs barking whatsoever. Scaring the living shit out of dogs seems to be this thing's MO. It goes and scares the hell out of dogs. They quit barking, and it does what it wants. Apparently, it doesn't like dog meat. You guys probably can't hear that, but a bunch of chickens just went off in the middle of the night. And I'm listening. Hang on. It just went completely silent. There's no birds, no chickens, no geese. Oh, there goes the chicken. There was nothing, no sound out here but the sound of rubber hitting the road of people going down the highway. So, anyway, Greg, let me tell you something. Since you shared your story with me, I'm going to tell you when I was like 4 or 5 years old, my brother and I had bunk beds. They were split apart. He slept on one side of the room away from the window, and I slept on the other side of the room under the window. One night, two Siamese cats appeared in the window, and one Siamese cat I didn't think very much of. I mean, it was just a Siamese cat. I was just like, oh, okay, that's cool. Then another one. I never knew Siamese cats to really get along with each other, but then their eyes blinked almost in unison, and their eyes blinked not like this, their eyes blinked like this, and I fucking lost it. I lost it. I screamed my ass off. I was 4 or 5 years old. I screamed my ass off. My parents ran in the room. The cats disappeared. Okay. I called them witches because their eyes blinked like this. I think you and I both know what that was. But what was going on was they were observing my brother asleep, and I was not yet asleep. And I saw them. And when I saw them blink, I fucking lost it. Um, I'm just gonna go ahead and call it what it was. A fucking alien invasion. I saw him in my window. I blocked it out for a lot of fucking years. My parents told me, even though I said they were witches, my parents assured me that there was no such thing as witches, and that uh, I had just had a nightmare. That was no nightmare. I was lucid and awake, and I saw what I saw. Uh, there are rumors or tales. Oh, okay, we'll get to that in just a second, Greg. Uh, I don't know where I was going with that, but to finish my tale, um, my parents convinced me that it had just been a nightmare, and I knew it was not a nightmare. I knew I'd seen what I'd seen, even though I was confused about what I'd seen. I knew, I knew what I had seen, and it wasn't until years later I saw on TV these images of these aliens, and their eyes did this to blink instead of this to blink, and I knew at that point what I had seen, and my parents were full of shit, and that I had critical mind and could think for myself. I didn't need anybody else to tell me what I saw. Okay. All right, Greg, getting back up a little bit. You're 46 now, hunt, and always keep an eye open. Head on a swivel, right? Yeah, that's what that's what I call it. I reminded me of your brother's experience. He was sleeping next to a window at the same house, out, but outside and asleep out. Okay, so like a tent or something. His window was open. Something reached in and touched his head. He freaked out and ran inside. My father ran out for a look. He could not see anything. Said it must have been a dream. Yeah. Yeah, one of the things that hurts the most is when you know you've seen something and somebody tells you you didn't see it. That that that's just crazy. I mean, you know you saw what you saw and somebody's trying to explain it away as something else and you're like, "No, that's not what I saw." No, I saw what I saw. Even though I can't explain it, what you're saying isn't what it was. And that's crazy. But you're saying I'm crazy because I don't know what I saw, and you're trying to say it's something else. No, no. I know what I saw, even though I said it was a couple of witches. Um, because, like, at the time, it was closely akin to, I don't know if you guys are familiar with 1970s Star Trek, but there was one of the creatures they showed in the whoa while they're doing the intro or the outro, and they would show these different alien creatures, and it very closely resembled one of those, but with the eyes vertically, the eyelids closed vertically, and that I never saw on Star Trek, but I saw it right outside my window as these two creatures were eyeballing my brother and didn't know I was watching them from right under the window, wide awake. Excuse me. Mm, that was a healthy cough. Okay, Greg. Who went back out there and tried to reach his arm through the window again? Who did that? After your father went and took a look and said there was nothing there, was it your father that tried to reach through the window? So your dad tried to reach through the window, is what I'm getting. Oh, whatever did it the first time did it again? Wow. Wow. Did you get chills just telling that story? Holy crap. Give me a sec. That's crazy. That's crazy. So, like, basically, like, I dare you to find me. Like, ah, I can rub your head anytime I want to. But was it Alien or was it Sasquatch? Which one are you thinking? This is in New Zealand, right? Wow. See, I was wondering. Uh, okay. Uh, I ran into a dude from Cambodia earlier tonight, and because just because I could tell he wasn't Native American. Actually, I couldn't tell he wasn't Native American. I thought he was Native American because of the shape of his face. And I asked him point blank. I just said, "Excuse me, sir. Have you ever had a Sasquatch experience?" He says, "I'm from Cambodia." And I said, "Well, I hear they're from all over the world." He says, "Well, no, I haven't had the experience. They told us, the elders told us, don't wander far from the village. Sasquatch will get you." And I'm like, did they really use the term Sasquatch? But I'm in a business. I'm in a business. I really wanted to say that, but I couldn't get too specific because I didn't want to hinder the business. And I pretty much left it at that. And, you know, I'll run into the guy some other time. Uh, you know, you can't hinder the business of any business, even if you're just having a cordial conversation. The guy was shopping. I needed to let him continue shopping. Anyhow, I plan on asking people that more and more, uh, since I know that these Sasquatch are now here in central Texas. And they have been, but you never hear about it because the mainstream media will never cover it, and uh, and the government's not going to tell us about it. So therefore, I have audits to do. Yes, I'm still doing audits. Uh, Let me see. What was my last audit? Oh, my last audit never happened because it was an appointment with the sheriff to go over the report. What do they call it? Uh, the report that a deputy files on you, your probable cause for arrest. Yeah, the probable cause for my arrest back in January, or I'm sorry, June 26, 2019. And I ran into the sheriff, believe it or not, at the liquor store. I was buying a 6 pack of beer, and he was there doing I don't know what, but when he walked outside, I told him that the probable cause statement for my arrest was completely fabricated, and it was during the freeze. We had the deep freeze in Texas, you know. Everything was frozen, roads were iced, snow everywhere. Once in a decade event. Uh, Actually probably every other decade, but it happened in 2011, so they called it once in a decade. So the sheriff asked me to come and have a meeting with him about that probable cause affidavit for my arrest. And he just said, "Call me when it's not freezing." Well, I called him, and I also called my attorney, and I made time with him, told the sheriff when I could meet with him, when my attorney could be there. Never heard from him. That day comes up. I told him it's going to be on Friday. That was last Friday. Uh, I called down there because I hadn't heard from him, and they said, "Oh, he's not in today." So I called my attorney. I was like, "Are you still in Cold Spring?" He goes, "No, I was there this morning. I left. I got done." I'm starting to think my attorney's on the Good Old Boy Network, and and things aren't looking so good. But thank God I'm educating myself. I think I know how I'm going to have to take care of these guys, but I'm going to have an attorney there to make sure that all the I's are dotted and the T's are crossed, the legalese. I hope my attorney can do that because the civil suit is going to be major. And if my lawyer doesn't want to take it, I offered it to him. There's a major attorney in Houston that wants to take it, but turns out he's not so great either. But he wanted a shit ton of money. He wanted $5,000 for my criminal suit, and I found a lawyer to take it pro bono. What's with all the message retracted? What's with all the message retracted? I guess you wanted to take back your story? Hey, Greg, you don't have to worry about retracting everything. Um, YouTube will probably kill this tomorrow. Always know that you don't have to worry about what you say here. Um, Nobody thinks you're hating on anybody. I'm pretty sure you weren't hating on anybody. I think you were just sharing an experience that you needed to get off your chest, and I hope you feel better for it. For those of you that were here that witnessed it, I think he's going to feel better tomorrow for getting that off his chest. Maybe next time you'll feel better about it. So, yeah. So the sheriff wanted to have a meeting with me, and I told him that the probable cause statement was a bunch of fiction. He requested that I set up a meeting with him. I tried to. He never contacted me back. And on the day I had arranged, my lawyer got amazingly in and out of there before noon. So I called him at noon, figuring that, he would be there until lunchtime, probably have some lunch, and then disappear back to his own county. And and he was already gone. He was already gone. And the sheriff wasn't there. So, hmm, kind of makes you wonder. Kind of makes you wonder how these old boys are working together, or if they are. Just makes you wonder. Now, as far as I know, I shouldn't have any contact with the sheriff unless my attorney's present. That's why I tried to schedule my attorney to be available on the day I was going to meet with the sheriff. Uh, I'm not sure, like if you're meeting with investigators or whatever, yeah, you have the right to have your attorney present. But when the sheriff requests a meeting, I'm not sure if your attorney has to be present at all. So I'm not sure if that was by design. I have no idea. But I intend on getting my meeting with the sheriff since the DA sent my charges back down to the sheriff because he had no evidence. And I should not be poking the bear. But I did. I did. I want my charges dropped, or I want them to bring them to court. And that's why I did it. Bring it, shit, or get off the pot. That's basically what I was wanting to get across. Either either roll that shit up and put it on the docket or flush that shit down the toilet. I'm tired of dealing with being on bond. In fact, I got to check in. Well, I should have done that earlier today, but I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it. I'll do it later today. Put it that way. What time we getting to? Oh hell, it's getting close to 4 o'clock in the morning. Anybody want to hang out? Anybody that doesn't want to retract all their messages? Anybody want to hang out? Greg, you're still welcome to post. I know where I was earlier was a better place to do a video, but I needed my charger, which is over here. And yep, it's dark as hell. It's weird. One of the geese that's usually behind me over there was just vocalizing over there. Yeah, that's weird. That's weird for one of those geese to be that far away. But if one of them got abducted by one of the fucking Sasquatch, uh, uh I'm kind of glad because those things squawk so damn much, and Sasquatch hate noise. Buddy just gave away his position. He's over by the cemetery. Not the one I've been at, but a different one, a smaller one, a smaller cemetery. And that's where the source of that fresh water comes from. So Now I know to go check the source of that fresh water where I just heard that goose headed. Can't believe he didn't break that goose's neck before he ran off with it. I mean, if it was a coyote or something, it would have mauled it already. But to hear that goose squawking over there when it came from back there behind me, and I just heard it over there. Yeah, I'm not seeking this thing out. I want you guys to know that. I'm not seeking this thing out. I do not wish to lock eyes with this thing, this being. I would absolutely crap my pants, and I think just about anybody else would too. Uh, yeah, not looking to do that, but would just like to locate them and make contact with the actual Sasquatch investigators. Hopefully, they'll leave a comment on this channel. Let them know they are active in this area, and they were right in a hotbed of it when I interviewed them. They were they were within they were within a quarter mile. Ah, gotta love some clamato. All right, so nobody else is interested in talking. I appreciate all thumbs up. Missing a lot of regular people in here that usually show up, especially this late at night. Wow, Greg, you retracted every message you ever made. Wow. Wow, you retracted every single one. What a trip. Well, I thought you felt comfortable making your comments on this channel. Thought I made you welcome. Uh, I don't know that I did anything to make you not welcome, but I'm sorry you retracted all of your messages. Hey guys, we're coming on an hour. This hour and 45 minutes. I'm gonna go ahead and kill this. I appreciate you guys hanging out with me. I was bored and lonely anyway, so and I needed to get my story out. So you guys tune in again next time I'm available. Hopefully, I'll be getting out there a little more and you know, I know you guys like the cop watch and stuff, and and the audits that I do, but you know, right now I'm just trying to get by, and a lot of this is cost prohibitive, and what I can do around my house is what I'm doing right now. So I have been working a little bit, and hopefully that'll allow me to get back out there some more. Uh, I'll have some more cop related stuff coming up. Concerned citizens, SIG out.